Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Okay, we can. I have audio working. Okay, Right then. Hello, everyone. Welcome to a post-Thanksgiving episode of Blender for KORMAN for Beginners. So yeah, hello. Sure, buddy. And anyone else listening in? So yeah, Office is coming along. I finally built the last piece of desk equipment I needed, which is this little gaming pad thing here. It's a bit more colorful than my IRL version, but it exists. It is colorful, therefore I will use it. Anyway, it's got a little cable that slinks down here into a non-existent hole in the desk, where a couple of cables are coming along and clip to the side of the desk and all that. Anyway, I changed the lighting in here a bit. It's a bit more warmer than it used to be. I was not happy with the yellowish lighting, and it was making, I don't know, I just didn't quite like it as much. So we have a bit more of an orangey lighting in here. It's nighttime outside. I've done two new plushies. This first new one is a recolor of our Eric plushie based on another SD Gundam kit, but a little more different. And then, of course, I had to put in a maintainer helmet. And you might be wondering, what the heck is this big old rusted-looking thing? It's all very grimy and all and whatnot. This is a crate that a friend of mine modeled. Jamie, we were looking at his ages earlier. You remember that, I don't know if you've seen that episode or not, but remember that call stack error that we saw underneath his age? Well, Easter egg included here as a little in-joke between us. And then over here is a plushie which may look familiar if you are familiar with certain gacha games like Zenless Zone Zero. That's all I'm going to say on that. I've done a lot of plushies recently. I also have thoroughly, heavily upgraded the Nadamuwaka here. It is a little more colorful, a little more Lego-y looking, I guess. But anyway, today, what I was planning on doing to start with was a music player setup, actually. Even if it's just the visuals for the models, and I don't do any of the wiring for it today. Yeah, I was gonna do a sound system setup, and that would be the source of the in-universe music that will be playing in this office when you visit this age. But yeah, so yeah, if there is time after I do that, I'm thinking I may, sure, well, what age is this, Buddy asks. This age is, part of the Great Pod Age. This is technically, this is, yeah, here, 1 second. Let me just clip under the floor here. This is, pod 12. So you've got the 2 and then the 10, so that's 10, 12. But yeah, this is pod 12. It is a, well, you can't really see it nighttime, so let me, net force times age 0.5, there we go. Daytime now. So yeah, this is pod 12. It used to be, up on the cliff here, and then, geological instability had it, pretty much collapsed down, and, I had found this place years ago, and blah, 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 blah. TLDR is this place is been a project I've been working on for years and years and years, although I've only started working on modeling it within the last couple of years, since 2020, so, this age is very specifically what I've been using for a lot of my YouTube era Blender for KORMAN videos, where I was doing a lot of editing, and I was just putting all of this stuff together. So this is, like, the first on-stream, or on-video age project that I was working on, and I really kind of just want it to be the background, the generic background for my, streams when I don't want to show my desktop or anything. So, yeah. Oops, I didn't mute myself all the way, so I probably had a little echo in there. Right, so, there's a couple of things that I do want to do today, besides, audio setup. I kind of want to fill out this bookshelf a bit more with things from the, restoration. So that's my, this is my, everything, you know, all of that. So I'm going to, I'm gonna grab, yep, I did not grab everything, but you know what, that will do as just a single imported, nope, that's not what I want to do, interior light group, I didn't want to import just this one thing, but, well, you know what? Fine. I'll live with it. I'll just import. I was going to import the whole locker, but I think I'm just going to import object transform geometry to origin. There we go. Oops. Come on. So, yeah, we got a little metal gate thing here, and I'm just gonna lean it up on the top of the bookshelf here, because that'll make for some interesting visual storytelling, I guess. And we'll rotate it a bit like that. Yeah, that'll give some visual interest, I guess. That actually ended up being a whole lot larger than I thought it was gonna be, but you know what, that's fine. It can just sit up there and look visually interesting, and people will know what it is if they know what it is. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to start off with, speaker system. Speaker system. So, my main thought is, where the heck am I going to actually put this thing? And more to the point, how is it going to be installed? Like, do I want a big set of speakers, or do I want a smaller set of speakers? And more to the point is, what is the actual device that's going to be playing this music look like? Is it going to be connected to larger speakers, or is it just going to be speakers on its own, or what? Because in Elenin we have a record player. In the cleft we have an actual physical little radio prop for Zandy's radio. In-universe diegetic music is always one of those, how do you want it to, what is the vibe I want this office to have? And also, what about, because this is my office in character, this is both my in-character office and my out-of-character office for streaming, it also has to say, what does this say about me that I've chosen this system. This is kind of more of a character. A boombox. Now that's an idea. Man, you know, I had a boombox when I was a kid. That was really... Actually, I had a couple boomboxes. Yeah, remember, I have to drag all this stuff down here manually. So, thank you, Sky, for the reminder. By the way, Sky, thank you for... I don't know if you've seen all the plushies, but seriously, thank you for all of the plushie fabric texture, because they have really gone a long way so far, and it's just been really zen to not have to worry about the actual texturing beyond just what color is it. So it's really, thank you so much for those. Right, so I think for the initial pass of this, I may come back in and do larger speakers later, but I think for the initial pass of this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to model, this is where if I had a working webcam that you could see, I haven't set it up to work, anyway, I would be holding up this little, small black and yellow, travel case that has just one big old speaker on it, and it's just something my mom gave me one year because my normal travel speakers broke, which was this kind of long tube with two speakers on either side of a thing, kind of like a fancy iPod dock. Anyway, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to model this thing to start with. Alternatively, I could be cheap about it and swipe Sky's Walkman model that I did for her desk in Chiso, but I feel like that might just be a little too cheap on my part, because it's like, if I'm just importing things, that's not really, you know... It says more about Sky's design, that she wants that particular Walkman, than it is about me wanting that particular design. So, I am definitely going to go with a similar idea, but I'm just going to be doing a little... You'll see. I'm going to design, basically... Well, you'll see how as I design it as we go on. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to go... Yeah. I'm definitely going for the real world thing that I already have, so I'm not going to do the tape player, but it's going to be a MP3 player, which... hold on a second here. I'm just going to put a little thing... Actually, I'm going to grab a book here for scale purposes, because I don't want this to be bigger than a book. Especially not this Firmament book. So, I'm going to use this Firmament book as a scale. So, I'm going to create a cube here. This is going to be my MP3 player speaker thing. Yeah. Right. And now I'm going to plastic colors. There we go. And just for the moment, I'm going to make that shadeless, because, yeah. Okay, so we're going to scale this down, scale this by the x-axis, scale this by the y-axis. It's about the right thickness, but to start with, I'm actually just going to pull this down. I'm going to extrude it up a bit. And I'm going to extrude it up a bit again. And then I'm going to take these. I'm going to scale them up a bit more. Okay. Now, I'm going to select these middle ridges here, because this is... yeah. I'm going to scale... Did I extrude that right? There we go. That works better. Yeah, we're gonna scale it upwards. Okay, so this is kind of the rough design of it. I just need to make it a bit more, actually that middle hinge is a bit thicker. It needs to be much thicker. Yeah, that'll do. Shrink these down a bit, and then even though I don't think I should, I'm going to extrude them and then shrink them in, and then I'm gonna give it a slight more bit of a beveled edge here. Okay, now then, unwrap. That looks like a horrid mess. We're going to change colors very quickly. Plastic colors. Okay. So, I'm going to select my outside edge here. I'm going to scale it in all skinny. And scale that a bit more like so. And then I'm just going to move all of these over to here, which will give that a bit more of the plastic edge of it. And then I'm going to select all of these, because this is the bottom face. These are all going to shrink down. I'm going to rotate them, shrink them a bit more. And then, because this thing, I don't have a properly yellow texture for the moment, I'm going to hold off on actually, there we go. So that gives us more of a yellow texture on it. And we're gonna just repeat the same thing. Come on, cooperate. Up on the top. Okay. Rotate, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, that's a whole lot more things. 6. There we go. Okay, that's roughly what I want, but still not quite right. In fact, I'm not happy with that particular shade of gold. So, left trailer yellow. Interior light group. We're gonna, do I have the interior yellow already? No, I do not. I have not used that already. So, yay, we get to open this up. We're gonna grab our texture here, which is cleft trailer. Come on, where is it? Trailer. Yellow trailer metal. There it is. And we're gonna assign that shadeless. We're going to unwrap it. Cleft trailer. Here we go. There we go. Okay. I'm going to shrink that down a bit, and I'm going to put this more in the bright section. Actually, no, I'm going to put it a bit more like this. No. Rotate. There we go. I'm going to put the brighter end towards the actual lamp source. Sign trailer metal. Come on. Wrap. There we go. Yeah, let's do that. And it's that. There we go. So if I unshadeless this interior light group, there we go. Then I'm going to smooth that shading out. Okay, so we have something of a rough shape of this, but it looks just kind of like a box, a weird lumpy box, and it is also very much, it's also very much still, how do I say this? It's still very generic and not all the right shape for this thing. So what I'm going to do is extrude. I'm going to scale at the edges. Actually, no. Okay. I'm going to do this. Extrude and scale. Extrude and... Nope. Hold on. I'm doing this. Gotta do this in the right order of operations. Extrude, scale, cancel. Extrude, scale, cancel. There we go. Yep, there we go. Okay, so I gotta do this on all the edges. Extrude, scale, cancel. And then extrude, scale, cancel. Now, I can select these faces and I can screw them down. Of course, that's not going to quite work right. So, I'm going to scale the x-axis out, then scale the y-axis out. And I'm going to make sure I have all of my correct faces here. I'm going to scale. Yep. Make sure just these bits are correct. Sign. Okay. Should be up. Missed these two. There we go. Sign. There we go. So, yeah, this thing has a lot of beveled edges to it. Which mean I now need to grab these now indented corners. I need to scale them out a bit. Doesn't quite look right, but I'm going to live with it for the moment. I'm going to extrude and scale. And then, yeah. Yeah, okay. Now if I squish that down, this is a really complicated shape actually, so if I just, yeah, I think I'm just gonna cheat it slightly. Extrude and scale, pull that out, pull it down a bit, let's flatten that a bit more. Yeah, that doesn't quite look right. I don't have that balanced right. I need to make this bigger. Yep, scale it like that. And then I can scale that up. This is a little... Yeah, this shape is really complicated, and I don't understand how they made it. There's a lot of beveling going on here, I think. Sure up, Brad. A three-dimensional movie trailer. Yeah. Okay. It's not quite the right shape that I want, but I'm going to live with it. Now I'm going to extrude this side out again. And the reason I'm going to extrude this side out is because I'm now going to assign it yellow. Extrude, and then I'm going to scale it down. This is our hinge. You know, it doesn't look much like a hinge, but trust me on the thing, it is a hinge. I'm going to subdivide that. Boop. Boop. Control T to triangulate. There we go. I'm going to select these. I'm going to pull it out. And I'm going to leave it a very simple geometry because it's a very small mesh, and it's going to look pretty much like it's rounded once you actually look at it in game. So, yeah, no, I think I know what my problem is with this. It's too thin. I need to thicken it up. Yeah, there we go. That's better. That's much better. Now that's got the right shape to it. Okay, that's where I was screwing up. Okay. So, we've got our generic box shape. Bump. Actually, while I'm thinking on it, I'm just going to give this a better set of texturing, because that looks kind of weird at the moment. You unwrap. You know what? That'll do. Unwrap. There we go. Just shove it all over there. What do I care? And then this. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Okay, now then. Right. This thing has a big, giant speaker on it, so, I'm going to ignore that for the moment. Instead, I'm going to create a circle, put a face on it. I'm going to go to plastic colors. Okay. Take this, we're going to put it over here. Okay. So this thing's basically just got to take up this whole corner here. You might be asking, what is this thing exactly? And I will tell you, it is a button. Yep, it is just a big old knobby button, and it takes up this whole corner here. Come on, let me get that under face there. There we go. Does this... Okay, that's more of a straight edge up. And then it does the beveling inwards. And then does the inwards. And then I'm going to switch over to solid here so I can see what I'm doing. Let's see here, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Make that a distance of, yeah, that works. Okay. I'm going to pull those upwards to give it some ridging detail. Then we're going to select this, this. I miscalculated that. Yep, I miscalculated that. Give me a second. Wait. No, I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm going to leave it like that. I don't care that it's a little wonky. It will work. Because this one is going to be different. Because this one is going to be smoothed, but it's still going to be raised. Yeah, I wasn't going to be able to get this perfectly symmetrical, was I? Oh well. It'll do. If I set this whole... That's kind of very hard to... That's going to be very hard to see that detailing. I need to... Yeah, hold on. Yeah. We're gonna do this. By this, I mean we're going to take these specific ring pieces, and I'm going to shift. No. Gotta do it the other way. Boop, 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 boop. Because these are raised, they need to catch the light more. Because they are raised, they need to go to a higher... Yeah. They need to go to a higher point where they look... where they have a different... Yeah, now we have some slight texturing differences on there because they're catching the light differently. When we're dealing with just one texture here for a specific plastic color, we're gonna have to make it yeah, it's gonna be an MP3 player. It's a very... Or rather, this is going to be the case that is the MP3 player is going to be inside. But yeah, this is the Believe it or not, this is the volume slider button thing. Ostensibly, I could have it turn, but I think that's a waste of everyone's time, including mine. So instead, what I'm going to do is duplicate this bit here. Yep, there we go. Come on. Level out. There, that'll be good enough. Take these. I'm gonna move them over to our assign that to the yellow, bright yellow. Yeah, that'll show up. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're going to make our volume slider. First things first, I'm just going to make the arc of it, and then we will adjust it to make it more visibly screw it, just grab that, bring that out a bit more. Yeah, there we go. And again, I'm going to try and keep this level by only grabbing the arrows rather than just letting my mouse move it, because if I let the mouse just move it free will, then it's going to eventually raise or lower, and it's just going to look funky, and we don't want it to look funky. I think I'm going to stretch that like so. And then one more extrude should do the trick. Yeah, there we go. Then I'm going to grab these. Yeah, there we go. And then if I grab this, that. Let's do that and pull that down a bit more, and then I'll pull that up a bit more. There we go. Yeah, there we go. That looks like a volume slider to me. As we're using it with a raised surface, we're then going to grab all of this, and then I'm going to extrude the region upwards, and because that gives me so many other many faces I don't want it having. Come on. Okay, I'm gonna take this and pull it down just to make that easier on myself. Boop, 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 boop. Nope. Delete faces. There we go. Now I can take this, slide it up. There we go. Yeah, there we go. And then that'll give that a slight bit of raised definition, yada, yada, yada. Oh yeah, the MP3 player itself. This isn't even just the MP3 player itself. This is just the speaker that it's going to be plugged into. This is just the speaker that it's plugged into for our first bit. Going to hit subdivide here. No, actually, I'm just going to hit subdivide along the middle edges. That's only where I need the subdivision. Yeah. It'll do. Actually, no, that won't do. I don't need it to do that. It's not even going to open. Okay. Now then. Right, it's this corner has something weird going on with it. So, I'm going to do this. Control T to triangulate. Yep, there it goes. Okay. Subdivide? No. Come on, let me do the knife trick. Come on. Let me do the knife trick. I tell you, the knife tool is not wanting to cooperate with me on these streams. Yeah, you know what? That'll do. And I'll not make it exactly the same because I just do not want to mess with that at the moment, to be honest. Because that is just a complicated ovoid shape that it doesn't even do anything. It's just this weird little button that just sits on there, and it has no actual purpose except to be decorative. So, yeah. So I'm just gonna make this something slightly different. You can't even really see that with it being shadeless, but if I go over here and I disable it being shadeless, yeah, we can see that. In fact, I'm going to leave it with flat shading, just because sometimes when I do that with plastic things, it gives it a more artificial look. Okay. So now, I'm just going to select this little bit here. I'm going to duplicate it. Ooh. Get that in there. Again, I have no idea why this even exists on this MP3 player, but I'm going to just do my best to put something like it on here. Okay. I'm going to extrude it upwards. Extrude, scale it in. Extrude, scale, extrude, pull it in, and scale. Can't really see it all that well, but it's a little button. It's got a little bit of mesh. Yeah, let's just put that on the face. There we go. There we go. Weird little thing on the corner that I have no idea why it exists, but it exists. And whatever. Oh. I know what I'll use that for. I know what I'll use that for, on this at least. That's going to be where my MP3 player can jack into an external, where the external speaker can jack into another external speaker, maybe. I don't know. No, maybe. I don't know. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's a weird little thing that does its own thing. It doesn't matter. Does not matter. What does matter is making the actual speaker. So I'm going to duplicate that center circle again. Now, this is actually going to require its own texture because the speaker is a graded thing, and I'm going to try to make that as best as I can here. So, yeah, there we go. Extrude it upwards. I'm going to scale it in. Extrude, scale, pull it up, extrude, scale. There we go. Let's make that solid. So I can see the whole dang thing. Okay. And then make my life easier so I can get to the bottom of it. There. Okay. Now then. I need to find my speaker texture. For that, we're going to open up our concept visit texture folder, or our textures folder. Can you even see that at the moment? No, you cannot. No. There we go. Comments. Yeah, the knife tool isn't the worst, but it's really hard to. The knife tool works. It does what it's supposed to do. My problem with the knife tool is that when I have too small of a noddle and I try and get in up close with it, it has a hard time trying to calculate where the line is, and it starts jumping all over the place, thinking I'm trying to connect it to a line that I'm not actually connecting it to, and it's a whole. It's a whole mess. I may have to make my own texture here. But I think wait, hold on. No, I don't need to make my own texture. I have one. Teledan speaker. Yes. Okay. New. Teledan's. Did I have that imported already? No, I have something similar though, but it's not the right color. Benji's TLDN speaker pattern material internal light group assign. Then you project from view bounds. And this is Teldan speaker. Nope. Teldan speaker pattern. There we go. So this loops, or this, there we go. That's the pattern I'm looking for. I'm looking let's make that shadeless for the moment. Yeah, so see, that's the rough pattern I'm looking for. It's got this metal pattern to it. So that. So now I'm gonna just sit on there. Like so. Okay. I'm going to unshadeless all of this. Lighting info, force real-time lighting. Okay. I'm going to pull this over here to the side. We're not done totally with this yet. You'll see in a moment. Yep, I screwed up my scaling slightly. This needs to be a bit... No. No. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to mess with the proportions on that. I'm not going to mess with the proportions on that. It's close enough. It is close enough. So now we're going to export the age and pray that I actually set it to active. Otherwise, this is going to be a waste of time. I'm pretty... No, wait. I just saw it. Yep, I did have it active. Okay, I had it active. Okay, we're going to export this, and we're going to see how it looks in the age with real-time lighting, because Blender sometimes does not play nice with lighting. But anyway, yeah, this is our MP3 player case, and it's going to... Actually, there's still a couple of things we need to do, but before we do that, I want to just see how it looks in the age. For example, I still need to model the clamps that hold it closed, because there are two clamps on the other side of the hinge that hold it closed. So yeah, we're gonna do that. That does not look so shabby. It's a little dark in this corner, though, so I might put this somewhere else. Yeah, it's a little too dark in this particular corner to get all the details of it. So I'm going to move it somewhere... Oop. I'm going to move it somewhere else. I don't think the desk is a good... Then again, maybe the desk is a good place for that. The desk is probably a good place for that, yeah. Okay. That looks a little weird. But, you know what? I'm okay with that looking weird. It gives the right pattern when you look at it at the right angle. If you're not looking at it, it doesn't matter. It's just a big ol' metal grate. People are like, what? What's that doing there? It's there for a reason. It's just doing a thing. Yeah. I'm thinking I'm gonna put that speaker... somewhere else. I don't know where yet. Because I just don't like where it is on the deck. Oh, yeah, it has... Specular 0.5. It has to look shiny. Yeah, it needs to look shiny. It definitely needs to look shiny. Right. Anyway. Let's make that shapeless for a moment, just so we can take a good look at it. Right then. Now then, the clamps. Ugh, the clamps are going to be the most complicated part of this. You want to know why? I have no idea how to model these clamps. They are just, they are very heavy-duty clamps. You can probably just hear them right here. Very, very loud, clicky clamps. You probably heard those, right? Like, but yeah, very clicky clamps that I think I'm just gonna cheat a little on this. I'm gonna create a cube. Have this yellow texture on it. We're gonna scale it down. Scale the x-axis a bit. Okay. I'm gonna scale it a bit more. Yeah, okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do that. Yeah. I'm just gonna do that. And then I'm just gonna duplicate it. Woo. There. Two clicky clacky locks that tell the story of what it's supposed to be without two clicky clacky locks that tell you what it's supposed to be while looking at it, and it's okay. First things first, I'm gonna try putting it on the desk, and we're gonna see how I like the look of that as an object. Has a decent desk presence there. It's certainly easy to mess with if I'm sitting at the desk playing with it. So that seems like the ideal place for it. Don't like it sitting so close, though. Just from a personal standpoint, I don't. Did I put it over here, maybe? Ooh. I know where I'd put it. Sorry about this, books. You're getting reshuffled. Just a smidge. Yeah. There we go. I would definitely put it over here. I would twist it so the speaker's further away from me. And actually, thinking about it, I don't think I'd leave those books there on that particular desk shelf. No, if I'm having a shelf with restoration-related materials on it, I would... yeah. I would put these over here. Let's get that a little more leveled out. Yeah. And you know what? I'm going to tilt this the other direction. Because why not? Actually, if I put this in this corner here. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, that fills that shelf up a bit more. Okay. And then I would take this, I would pull it over here. Picture frame. Nope. Okay, there we go. I do that. That's pretty much what I do. Just shove it a little bit behind the monitor. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's... I'd move things more like this. Yeah, no. Yeah. That says more about me, personnel. This feels more like how I'd arrange my desk. Yeah, that feels better. That feels more like how I do things. And I've had a thought. I would put a blocker there just to keep people from falling in. And then I'd also... Yep. I'd do this. I would definitely do this. That is exactly the kind of silly, stupid kind of alignment of things that I would do to prevent people from accidentally walking over an edge. Yeah, that'll do the trick. Now, as for what I would sit on, that now becomes a different question. I'm a bit more ambidextrous than left-handed. I grew up with my dominant writing hand is my right hand. When it comes for gaming, I use my mouse for my right hand, and I use the keyboard or the extra keyboard for my left hand. Yeah, I don't like Snap to Grid. Snap to Grid does weird things, and I've never been able to get a grip on it. Okay. But, now that I've done this, yeah, this raises the question, what the heck would I do for a sitting position? Because I now need something to sit on here. Can't use the hammock. File, append. Let's back out of here and see what object meshes I have. Come on. Cleft chairs. There it is. I'm going to grab a Zandy chair. And yes, the Zandy chair is all of these objects. Interior light group. Interior light group. There we go. Because I would do this. I would just bring in one of these little lawn chairs. I'm gonna do something a little risky here, and I'm gonna try to get this roughly in scale with the benches. Because these chairs do not actually scale to the benches, they are impossible to actually sit on normally without jumping on them. So, yeah, okay. Question is, can I properly give this a sitting mod? Don't care. Okay. At the moment, don't care if I can give it a sitting mod at the moment. I will probably try to give it a sitting mod, but yeah. It's a bit bigger than the chairs usually are, so we'll see if that works or not. But I think that should do the trick. Yeah, okay. Worry about giving it collision later. For now, we're going to test the age, and we're going to see how that looks. I do need a roller chair. You're right. But I do not want to go to the trouble of modeling a chair from scratch. I really don't. So instead, what instead I think I might do is I might put some wheels on the bottom of this, but we'll see. We will see. I forgot to enable all of those objects for the chair. But, yeah, there we go. Okay. Ah, works perfectly. I would definitely do that. I need to enable all of those Zandy objects. How does that look? How do I like this desk? Yeah, I like this. I like this better. I like this better. Okay. Andy. Pod enable. Let me get rid of these visibility sets. Pod. 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 Okay. I don't like that particular texture. Cleft yellow awning material. I'm going to find my... There's my silly orange sheet texture. There it is. I will probably change that out for one of my other Neighbory Beach chairs later. Okay. Hold on. Okay, I only have one visitor region. Okay, and that is not what tied to the chair. Okay. That imported properly. Okay. Let's try that again and see if I see the chair properly. If I do see the chair properly, we will be good. That's an aside. We are currently 1 hour, 16 minutes into the stream. Actually, I'm feeling pretty good about that right now. Okay, we're going into Uru. Ba-ba-da-ba-dum. Ooh, let's see if I got the chair stuff right this time. I hope I got the chair stuff right this time. So I do not want to deal with having to muck with all of that. Yay! I have a chair! Let's see. I am not opposed to the placement of that chair. Yeah, that's nice in the middle of the center of the screen. Yeah, okay. My next question is... collision. Actually, the sitting animation. That's my next check. Well, I'm about to show you how we do a player to sit in it. To start with, over here I have, already I have a couple of objects pre-made that are our things here. I have a couple of pre-made things. Did I do a node tree? No, I did not do a node tree. So, yes, okay, so. Yeah, so to start with, we have a clickable object, which is our seat clickable hammock. And then we have a seat point, which is just an empty object, and it is called the avatar sitting behavior. It's got the plasma modifier for the sitting behavior. And we could select a bunch of different things. For the moment, I'm going to duplicate these. Woo! And you'll notice that it updated the clickable object with the duplicated one, because I duplicated both the clickable and the seek point in the same breath, but it's got the wrong camera region now. So, hold on a second. Solid. This is our desk camera region, right? Okay. This is desk cam region. Go. So now I'm going to set these to left and right. Left and right. I selected both left and right. I'm not setting it from the front because that's going to be very awkward to do. But yeah, okay, so I did just completely duplicate the entire setup that I already did. So that's a little quick and dirty, but when you do it once, you can kind of multiply it and get away with doing that, depending on how many clickables you're doing. Yeah. Anyway, Uru, into the cavern, into the game once more. So yeah, let's see if... Let's see if I got this positioned right for the avatar to not clip through the chair. I'm realizing now, of course, that if I... Yeah, okay. Need to pull that forward a bit more. Yeah, actually, you know what? I may just have to leave that a front sitting. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry about that. No, yeah, there was actually an easier way to do that for the modifier. But I did not. There was an easier way to do that for the modifier. It just, let's just say that I did it the way I did it for a reason, and I am kinda just eyeballing it now. But yeah, there's an easier way to move a bunch of things to a page at once. So yeah, Chisoprenev on TOC Shard is probably a very old version. I don't know if Doobs has updated it. So it's probably still got the camera region set to the old thing, to the old back. Yeah. I don't know if Doobs is keeping the TOC version of it updated. Actually no, you guys are the ones who have to pull the TOC, pull the right version. So you'd have to pull the current version off of the OU repo, Open repo, I think. Yeah, because you guys are the ones who are doing the TOC shard maintenance stuff, so you guys would be the ones who'd have to pull the correct version. But you'd also have to pull all the concurrent ages and everything else if you want it to all be concurrent, I believe. Okay. Aha, that's gonna be slightly annoying. Okay. Yeah, okay. I see what I need to do here. I'm going to grab my seek point and my Zandy chair parent. I'm going to just pull it back a bit. Actually, I'm going to pull my seat clickable back a bit too. Yeah, there we go. So the chair and the clickable are now pulled back a bit. Test the age again. Yeah, the admin probably doesn't want to do a lot of rewiring. I can understand that. Rewiring things are really complicated. Goes on. Let's load in. Okay. Perfect spacing. Perfect. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Okay. And I finally just know what rug I'm gonna switch our rug to. Yep. I'm gonna rename this to the Reishu Welcome Rug. I'm going to disregard you. Okay, so let's see. It's called Floor Rug Bangs. Go back to our UV editor here. rotate, rotate. Come on, what's the right angle for this? That's the right angle for this. Okay. Yeah, I like that rug better. And it's more thematically appropriate, I think. Okay. Now then that we've changed the rug out, I'm going to create a collision mesh for this chair. Chair meshes. Chair collision meshes are annoying beasts. So, going to be our best chair colliz pod. This is going to be collision triangle mesh. Okay. Tab. I'm going to pull my center seat down. That'll do. And I'm going to scale them out on the y-axis until they cover about there. Yeah, there we go. Extrude scale y-axis. And I'm going to take these. Actually, I'm going to take the whole back bit. I'm going to move it about to here. I'm going to extrude it all the way back like so. Then I'm going to select these faces here. I'm going to extrude upwards. I'm going to take this. I'm going to extrude upwards. I'm going to scale it in by the x-axis just to give that a little more breathing room. Yep. We're going to pull that in like about so. Triangulate. Wire, draw all edges, turn that to a wire render. And turn you to a wire render. There we go. Well, now we have a collision box for our chair. And now we need to make sure our sittable collision does not cause issues with our new chair collision. And yes, this is basically the exact same setup I did in Neighbory. In retrospect, I probably could have just scaled up the chairs in Neighbory and then done a bunch of sitting logics for them. But let's be honest, there's 20 plus of those chairs on Neighbory's beach. There's 20 plus sitting logics on Neighbory's beach. There's 20 plus chairs on Neighbory's beach. If I put sitting logics on all of them, that'd be 20 plus sitting logics, and I really don't want to add it. I really do not want to add that many sitting logics to an age. I'm gonna be honest. That's just so much. Ugh. In retrospect, I really probably could have just done what I just did for the chairs and scaled them up to be the right scale, and then but I don't know. I'm playing catch up on things. Okay, so here we are. Chair has collision. Okay, that's nice. Now for the ultimate test. Oop. Yes, I know, feet on the furniture, but it's my chair. Really need to figure out what's going on wrong with my Python mods. But, whoop. Whoa, I need to limit the panning on this camera modifier. But yeah, simple chair collision modifier right there. Solid. You are the one with the troublesome. I need to limit you to 35 and 35. And I'm going to limit you to 35 and 35. Yeah, okay. And over here, I've got another camera. I'm going to limit you to 45 and 45. Okay. Right then. Okay. What next? What next? I'm just gonna fill out this top shelf a bit. Yeah, okay. Just gonna casually fill this shelf with Arcana books. Yeah. Because that was a big part of my character arc for a while there. Rotation and scale. Duplicate that. And because it's the top shelf, it's a shelf that I would have trouble getting organized neatly, so yeah. You need to be a different cover because you are literally in the age that we would be going to. I left that cover as it is. Let me shadeless this for the moment. let's get that all lined up better. Yeah, that makes more sense. Fact. Makes so much sense to have you there that I'm gonna give myself a couple more of these books. Scale, duplicate. Might be asking, well, why do you have so many copies of this book? Well, you will see when I eventually have SDL stuff set up that properly, so that way these particular books will appear when certain other books are not visible. And then when those books are visible later in the age when you can actually use them, there will be... You know what? I think that's probably... That's good enough. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay. I'm gonna put another copy of this in here. Just gonna put it way in the back here, though. Kind of a... Actually, yeah, no, actually I'm gonna give it another one. Okay. There we go. Control A, rotation and scale. There we go. That shelf is now a little more lived in. That shelf's a little more lived in. That works for me. Okay. Now, this be 15 volumes or more book series like some manga. That is a good way of looking at it, Brad. That is a good way of looking at it. One second. Did I give this a back texture? Yes, that has absolutely the right texture on it. Okay. I'm gonna duplicate another one of these. Even though it's not gonna have this texture on it for very much longer, this is going to be personal books. This is interior light group. Okay. Right then. Tab. Personal book covers. There we go. And that's why everything is all out of whack, because the scaling is off. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay. Right then, now which of these lovely, lovely books should we make this? Well, I'm gonna start off with looking at the wrong one. That'll help if I'm actually looking at the right one. Okay. Scale that. So yeah, these are gonna be our, this is gonna be a Jalek book. There we go. So yeah, I'm just gonna fill up this bookshelf with familiar linking books. It's a bit silly on me, but duplicate. Yep, we're just gonna do that. Tab. Yeah, we're just gonna move things around here until things... Aha. There's an issue. Mirror. There we go. And I don't care that these all say the wrong file name, because I'm not going to go through and rename all of these. It can say it's the wrong book all it wants. Actually, because it is true that it is a desk book for Pod 12 in here. Yes. Even though that is not at all... Let me make this one a little bit bigger. Now, which one is it going to be? It's going to be... I think I'm going to go with Kate-ish. Yeah, let's go with Kate-ish. rotate by the x-axis. Go with another Mankata book there. You know what? A generic NV01 book makes total sense to me. If I have a couple copies of that. Because let's be real here, we have how many hoods? Of course we're going to have copies of this book. Okay. I'm gonna put a regular old Gira book here. Duplicate it again. Make it a regular old chemo book. Go. And then I think I will duplicate it one more time. I think I'm gonna round this out with one of the Teledan book covers. I don't know why there's two Teledans on there anymore, but whatever. Then duplicate it one more time, and this will be Garisen. I'll make those shapeless. Woohoo! And now we've got a bookshelf. Now we've got a bookshelf full of books that looks like it's full of books. Ah, that's fun. That's fun to have. Let's see how that looks in game, shall we? And at the end, the logo in the candidates I collected from Garisen, and those are all the books I borrowed from No. No, the lore is going to be that these are just books that I have to ages, and the neighborhoods are probably just for my various characters who have different neighborhoods than the one neighborhood that, you know, they're gonna be they're just different neighborhoods that my different characters have links to, so it's something of a little meta joke. I'm an avid linker, yes. Not that most players will, you know, not that most players aren't avid linkers. It's just but yeah. At a glance, it'll just look like a bookshelf full of books, but it'll be readable books later. Anyway. Okay, here we are, and lovely. Just lovely. Look at those books. And then from back here, you're just going to see a whole row of books on a bookshelf full of books. And yeah, I like that. That looks nice. That looks very, very nice. I like that. That is good. I like that. It looks very full, very lived in, and very relevant to the restoration. Restoration. Ah, look at the helmets! They all are... Yay, we have helmets. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. I put Kadish's book so far to the end. That's just funny. That's funny to me for some reason. I don't know why. But, and then we've got all these Arcana books up here. Woo! So many Arcana books. Need a whole shelf just for Arcana. Bum, 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 bum. Then that shelf still feels like it needs something. And I could keep filling it up with books, but I think it needs something else. I think it needs something more than just books. I think that has enough books. I think that bookshelf has enough books on it, if you know what I mean. I think I need some other stuff on here that isn't just books. Give me a second. I'm going to open up another blend hood. Import blend. I'm going to save our regular Pod 12 blend, and I'm going to close it down so y'all can see. NB01. This is my very, very crude and messy import of NB01, and it is, well... Yeah, there's a lot in here. I'm not switching to material view for a very good reason. And that reason is, yeah, it would choke out and lag for a very long time. Did you know that MB01 has one of the Corel ticker signs? I didn't know that either until I imported this. So I never used it. So the question becomes, what do I want from NB01 that I can put into that bookshelf? And while I'm thinking on that, I'm going to take a quick water break. I'm going to take a very, very quick water break. Later, buddy! We will see you around later. And yeah, just give me a second. Okay, so I am back, and I've had to think about what I want to take from NB01. And I'm going to limit it to these objects right here. Yeah. I'm going to take a cone, and I'm going to take an eddy. So, first things first, I'm going to open up a new Blender window off screen. And I'm going to File, Append. I'm going to go to my import here. Right. Need to find import, object. Going to select beach ball draw. I'm going to select select orange cone 11 and orange cone 11 draw. And with that done, I'm going to close out NB01. Okay. Switch to the KORMAN render here. Get rid of our erroneous B01 page objects. So, it looks like nothing else imported this time. It looks like nothing else actually imported this time. That is fantastic. Okay, I'm gonna go to my cone object here because it's giving me something with the texture. What the heck is it complaining about? Yellow is okay. Tab. Okay, let's see here. Okay. If I remember right, yellow is complaining. Right. Yellow is complaining about right. Yellow is complaining about it being rotated. That's what it's complaining about. Right. Okay, right. Yellow is that it's been rotated. Yellow is that it's been rotated, and I need to re-rotate it. Right. Yellow is rotational value. And then this texture is this. Okay. Slightly off center, so let me there we go. And now I can go back in here and level that out. Okay. So I'm going to save this as Cone and Eddie Kickables. Save. Okay, so object, transform, origin to geometry. I'm going to save this again. Okay. Right then. Save. Okay, we're going to go right back to pod 12. Sometimes it's just a plain 180 degrees rotation. Yep. But it can get weird at times. So, file, append. I'm going to go to Cone and Eddie Kickables, objects, beach ball draw, beach ball draw, beach ball orange cone, enter. Okay. Then I have no idea where those are. Oh, they're all the way over there. Okay. Whee! Yeah, MB01's placement is a little wild when you think about it. Where? There we go. Let's get back to here. Now, the thing that I said before about selecting pages and moving them all is, now that I have these objects selected, I can go to move to page and then hit pod, and I don't have to manually convert them, right? Right. So, is this parented? That's parented to the kickable. Okay. So if I move that, that moves. Okay. Oh, I'm going to select my cone here. I'm going to unshadeless these. I'm going to move them to the interior. Go. Now, the problem is this cone is a whole lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. Fortunately, I will not have that problem with Eddie here. Set that to there we go. I'm not going to have that issue with Eddie here because Eddie's going to be smaller. Yep, that's right. I'm going to make a smaller Eddie. Now comes a problem that you may have figured out. Kickables means parenting on that. So yeah, this cone won't be kickable. And it's going to go up here. Tab. I'm going to scale it down. Green. There we go. Okay. Go back. And we're going to duplicate this. And duplicate it. Duplicate. And we're just going to pretend that this whole stack of cones is actually proper sized. But it doesn't matter because it actually has to fit in here. And Control A, rotation and scale. There we go. So we've got a whole bunch of cones up there. Actually, I'm gonna put our whole stack of cones down here instead. Tab. And I'm gonna lower that down up just a little bit more. Give that one more cone on top of it, just for good measure. Oh, I completely forgot to close the cone window. I'm so sorry about that, guys. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry about that, guys. I'm so sorry. Anyway, so we've got a couple stacks of yeah, you know what? Actually, I'm just gonna duplicate this because you can never have too many cones. Right? You can never have too many cones. Anyway, these are just holes. Like, this is just, look at that. That's just a whole stack. That's just the cone mesh repeated over and over again. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so we've got a small eddy. We've got a kickable cone. Actually, hold on. I'm going to scale it back up a bit. Control A, rotation and scale. There we go. So, right. Problem. Kickables are set to block dynamics, right? So I have all these walls that are designed to, should have the block dynamics flag on them now, because if they did not have the block dynamics flag on them, they would, well, they would let a dynamic object go flying clear and through them. Which is no good for anybody because, yeah, it needs to block dynamics so that way the objects don't go flying everywhere. And in fact, the floor... Where's my collision mesh for my floor? Come on. Solid. Let's see here. Where's my collision mesh for my floor? Second floor collision. It needs to have the dynamics flag on it. Otherwise, when I kick those objects, they're going to fall to the next floor. They're duplicated separate objects there, too. Yeah, cyan. Yeah, it's a tried and true. Just make it something, you know. Yeah, okay. But anyway, the problem is that even though I've made all of these have a collision, there's a hole here in the floor that if I allow it, Eddie will fall through. And I do not want Eddie to fall through it. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a plane. I'm going to scale this up. And then I'm going to call this my Don't Let Eddie Take the Ladder. It's going to be a collision. And then I'm going to disable everything except for blocks dynamics. So, what that means is, with this little collision mesh here, only Eddie will fall through. Only the player will be able to pass through this. Eddie will not. Ideally. Hi, Monk. I have never managed to get Kickables working before, so we will see if my import here will actually work. Yeah. So basically, I just made a whole flat, made of just a flat plane to cover the hole. I'm probably going to do that for the windows too. Maybe I don't need to. I think I made the blockers for the windows tall enough. But anyway, even if the players do manage to get the Eddie and the cone out of the pod, they'll have some trouble getting them out. If it falls out of the age, they should respawn. Should. But yeah. So we will see if this works the way I hope it does. Okay. We have Eddie! Woo! Yeah! He hit the blocker and didn't go through. Yes! Did you see that? He went over the hole. He went over the hole and he didn't. Woohoo! Okay! Yeah! Woohoo! I need to set up the random SFX emitter for the cone to make cone noises, and I need to set up the beach ball to make beach ball noises, but woohoo! We have a cone! Woohoo! Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that. Yo! Woohoo! Bump. Okay, that's fun. That is fun. That's gonna give people something to... Aha! I have managed to get Eddie to fall out of the world, which means I did not seal things up over here properly. Is what a challenge. Is what a challenge I want. Kicking him out of the age? Because I don't want him to be kicked out of the age, but... yeah. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to create a cube, tab, scale. Scale that in. Okay. I'm going to pull this back. I'm going to RZ. Stretch that over this way. I'm going to stretch this over this way. Okay, that should cover the window. I'm going to call this Don't I Want. This is your challenge. Fine then, I will make it a challenge. Pod. Collision. Triangle mesh. It will only block dynamics. Wire. Tab. Control T. If you can get Eddie past this window somehow, if you can get Eddie through this, yeah, and you know what? I will give you a tiny little opening. If you can somehow ever get Eddie or a cone through this hole right here, that one right there, well, if you can get him through that window, that little gap right there, you win. You will win. You will win me renaming that object to saying I wonk. You win. Yeah. Okay. Right then. Okay. Material. Right then. Let's relaunch that age. Honestly, I'm just amazed that finally worked for once. I have tried Kickables in the past, and I've never quite gotten them right, but I think I now understand how to make them work. I think I understand how I get them to work now. Which means I get to try something. Hey, Eddie respawned! Woohoo! Oh! You know what? I don't know where Eddie went, but I'm pretty sure he's... Oh, no, he's in the water! He's in the water! Okay, he did not fall out of the age that time. I do not know if that means he will respawn or not. Oh, you're making a cake, I want? That sounds yummy. I'm gonna disable the block dynamics on this just for the next export, because I want Eddie to respawn. So, yeah, okay. I'm gonna take my little wall here. Come on, get me the right one. Come on, where's my wonk? This is your challenge blocker. Let me see it. Solid. Okay. I'm going to duplicate that. I'm going to rotate that, like so. Okay, rotation and scale. And I won't. If you can get something through this window after you got a cake, that is great. Is it a chocolate cake or something else? Yeah. Yeah, but I just needed to actually find the line for it, which is hard to see when you have textures on. At least for me. I probably should have left it solid, but eh, eh. Okay. But yeah, I probably should have made that. I probably should have done is made a word search, done the word search for the item name, grabbed it that way instead of fumbling around for it. You can tell I'm starting to get hungry. I'm not thinking as clearly in the order of operations as I should be. Oh, hey, Eddie's back! What? How did Eddie get all the way over there? How did Eddie? Oh, he must have inherited momentum from when he was first sent spinning around, and then because when I had him fall through the age and respawn, it carried over and he ran around. Okay, that makes sense. Woohoo! Bounce. Bouncy beach ball. Boop, 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 boom. I was afraid I lost him for a moment, but now he's all the way over here. Yay. Boop, boop. Whoop. There's the cone. Woohoo! Okay, that's fun. That's gonna be fun for folks. Woohoo! Okay. Whoop. Hey! Okay. Okay, that is pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. So you know what I'm thinking about next? I'm thinking about taking that adjunct plushie and making it kickable. Eddie is a smart ball. Yes, he is. So, I'm going to come here to my adjunct plushie material. I'm going to make 2 of these things. Nope. This guy does not have any collision to him. Tab. I'm going to duplicate all the faces. And then I'm going to selection by material. Adjunct plush collision. I'm going to boop, boop, boop. Going to be wire, draw all edges, wire, tab, Control T. And then I'm going to smooth the, nope. I'm going to scale it out just a bit. I'm going to rough up its edges slightly too, so it's not perfectly a match. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay. I'm going to go to this one, the actual kickable draw. Going adjunct plush collision, and then 0, 0, 0. Now, I'm going to go to here. This is going to be collision. And then, dynamic, start asleep. Now then, I think here's the problem I had before. I do not have my kickables having enough mass. So, this kickable is going to have a mass of 5. Actually, no, it's going to have a mass of 3. It's a small thing. So, I'm going to give players a little startle by having another adjunct plushie here. And this one, if you hit it, will move. And for the actual draw, I'm going to force real-time lighting on it, just like I'm going to force real-time lighting on these cone stacks. Lighting info, force real-time lighting. There we go. Right then. Now. I'm going to turn dynamics back on for the main outside mesh. Okay. It's time to see if I got it right about how this is going to work. So, this is my first new original kickable that is not imported, and if I am understanding how those are set up properly, I think I understand what's going on with them now. Yeah, nope. We are going to... Nope, I don't want you to be modded. I want you to be banned. Goodbye, scammer. Yeah, I hit the wrong thing there. I did not want him to have moderator privileges. I had him... Yep. I will give you mod privileges. That way, if you see one while I am busy, you can get rid of them. Yep. Yeah, that was a silly little screw up there. I hit the wrong button. Okay, so Eddie is still in place. Look. Why are you over here again, Eddie? Whatever. Hoop. Hoop. Yeah! Woo! Okay, that's an easy way to get up on top of that. Oh. Oh. Yeah, that's a corner I want to keep kickables out of. Look at it, he's stuck in there now. My poor little adjunct plush is stuck in there. My poor little adjunct plush is stuck there now. Wow, look at that Eddie spin. Look at him spin. Woohoo! I think I need to give him a little more mass, because he's a lot flighty, ain't he? Okay, but yeah. I need to expand a blocker there. So, this is your challenge. I want to just select that one. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to rotate by the z-axis. I'm going to just take this wall back here, pull it back. Delete faces. There we go. That should hopefully keep anything from getting stuck there. Yeah, that's probably overkill, but we'll live with it. We will live with it. Okay, but seriously, Eddie, why are you always respawning over there? Control A, rotation and scale. Okay, so I think what I need to do is I need to add, I'm going to make the cone make noises. So I'm going to make a random sound emitter. Any collision surface? Sound emitter must be parented to the collider, so I can't make the object itself. I need to create an empty. You are going to be pod. You are going to be cone s of x emitter. You're going to be parented to orange cone. 0, 0, 0. Okay. You're going to be a random sound, collision surface, play on. Yeah, okay. We're going to browse for our SFX folder. Woohoo! It's time to add some sounds to our cones. It's taking a while to load all my sounds. You can tell it's taking a while because, yeah, okay, there we go. So, I'm going to scroll over to NB01. Let's see here if I can find the cone sounds. No. Is it in the Islam? Random. It might be under impacts. Cone? Probably the NB01. Right? I would think it's NB01. But it doesn't seem to be NB01. Ah, P. Here it is. P. Cone. Hit. Yep, it's under P. It's under P for P and then cone because it's some sort of special sound modifier. I'm going to set this to impact. These are the impact ones. We don't want these to export because we already have them exported in the game. So we're going to uncheck. Yeah, sound geometry has to be separate. Right, so it's under P, element O, P, Q, R, S, T. P. Cone. Again, we don't want it to. I wonder if there's an easier way to select these and just do them in bulk. I'm gonna try that for the sliding noises. Again, we don't want it to export. We just want cone hit. Okay. I'm going to create another empty. It's going to be cone slide SFX. Yeah, I know it needs to be parented. Orange cone 11. 0. 0. 0. Okay. Okay, so we're sliding back to the P's section. Okay. No, it only let me add one. Okay. That's cheeky, but I'll accept it. Cone. Slide. Right then. Okay. Okay, so then let's see if I did that correctly. So we're slowly making progress on having things make sounds. Yay! We'll see if this works how I hope it does. I think my Kickables have way too much speedy mass to them, though, so I think I'm going to up the weight on the actual Kickables next, because I think they are moving a little too quickly and they're a little too light. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to up the weight on our Kickables and yeah, make them not so flighty. Hey, everything reset. Lovely. Cone time. Does not seem to be playing the sounds. Maybe I need to adjust things. Or maybe that modifier just doesn't quite work. Woohoo! Yay! Okay, that works. Boom. Okay. Right then, I'm going to increase the mass on my Kickables a bit. Right then. Yeah, I'm going to mess with the volume on those emitters real quick. $360. Let me make sure it's all 360. 360. Play against user. I'm gonna, yeah. Oh, I need to set it so that it's... I bet you that's it. I need to tell it what to play against. Yeah, let's see how that works. Let's try that. But before I forget, I'm going to up the mass on my cone. I'm going to double it. And for Eddie, I'm going to half by 50%. And then for our adjunct plush, I'm going to put that to 6. Yeah, okay. I've doubled the weights on those. So those should not be quite so speedy. I bet you it was that I didn't tell it what to play against. Exporting, exporting, exporting. This is the moment where it takes a while. Anyways, once I know how this all works, I can then add some cones to the overflow station, which will be, fun. Just some random kickable cones to knock about. Oh, I'm sure people will love those. Especially kicking them into the water, because I'm sure people will try to do that. Okay. Seems my Kickables did not reset that time. And it's still not playing noise. In fact, it doesn't seem to have lost any of the momentum at all. It does not seem to have... Well, I got the adjunct free. I'm gonna... Yeah, there's something off with this I'm not getting. That cone is way too flighty. Yeah, that cone is way too flighty. Yeah, okay, that's weird. No, I'm just gonna check. They have a plastic, okay. Whatever. Wood, stone, rug. I need to set it to a soft region it plays in. I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, it seems that upping the weight did not do anything for that. Oh well. Ooh, friction. These need higher friction. I'm gonna double the friction on the cone to 4. Yeah, friction. I'm gonna double that to a 1. I'm gonna double eddy to 1. What is coefficient of collision elasticity? Sure. Let's give that a thing, I guess. Actually, 5 foot, let's... Right, you need to block avatars too, because you're a kickable. Wouldn't it be hilarious if I just hid the kickable adjunct inside of the other adjunct? Like if I just if I just do this, wouldn't that just be hilarious? You kick the adjunct and then you get a clone of it. Yeah, okay. That's what I'm gonna do for the adjunct. You kick the you jump up on the adjunct and then it knocks. Right, a bumpiness of collision with of a kickable with an object. So a bowling ball bump's different than a beach ball. Right. Cone. Okay. I think I'm going to enjoy that little surprise. You kick the adjunct and you get a kickable one going by. That'll be fun. Right. So. That still leaves me with something to put in this little cubby hole up here. Anyone got any suggestions what I can put in this last one up here? Mini Shroomy. Mini Shroomy. Mini Shroomy. You know what? I am down for that, but I need to import Teledan to do that. Which I think I will do off stream because I don't know how my computer will handle streaming importing all of Teledan. But yes, I think... Oh! Wait, no. Isn't there a Shroomy model in the Baron office in Agira too? The Sharper's Denny office? Or is it just in Teledan? Either way, I think I will check that out off stream, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to put a mini Shroomy in this last cubby. I'm gonna put a mini Shroomy in that last cubby I want. That is what I'm gonna do. Yeah. I'm gonna put a mini Shroomy in there. That is exactly what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I think it's just in the Teledan office, so I'm just gonna grab the Teledan. I'm gonna import Teledan off stream, and I'm gonna grab that Shroomy model, and I'm gonna put her on the... Yeah, I'm gonna get that Shroomy model off the Teledan desk, and I'm gonna put it in that last cubby. And then, because I am magnanimous like that, and I've already done the setup with these little figures here, what I'll end up doing is, because it's going to be up here on the top shelf, I'll build a camera region that gets you way up close in here, and it'll look at the Shroomy model, so you get to see it when you click on it. Yeah, I'm good with that. I am totally good with that. Right then. So then. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a Shroomy model in the Sharper's office. Yeah. I know there's at least one in the Teledan office. I don't know if it's anywhere else, but if it's just in the Teledan office, I'll just grab it from the Teledan office. Oh, hold on a second. Didn't I... Dear... Hard hat. Yes. Give me just a second. I know what to do. Wait, hold on. Yeah, okay. File. import. This is an OBJ import. Come on, where is it? Wavefront. Okay, yeah. I want the hard hat model. I'm just gonna save. Yep. Hard hat mesh. Alright, this is another thing that I ended up doing for the Explorer's Emporium at some point. I imported. I went through a whole other process and ended up with a hard hat mesh object. I got this out of Agira. It is very, very big. I'm going to go with plastic colors. Tab. Is it not? Tab. There we go. Plastic colors. I don't know what I just applied plastic colors to. And also, I'm pretty sure that hard hat is very, very out of scale. Yo, look at that. That is a massive hard hat. That is not to scale. That is not to scale at all. Woo! Okay. Let me make sure that's to Avi's head scale tab. There we go. Yeah, that'll do. That's close enough. Yeah, that does not need a texture on it. Tab. You unwrap. Okay, so this is plastic colors. Okay. Let's make this shadeless. Anyway, yeah, I imported the hat mesh for SMJ's Explorer Emporium. That went all right. I'm gonna. Question becomes, what color do I want this hard hat to be? I've got 6, 7 colors here. Give me a color. Give me one of these colors. We got brown, we got white, we got gold, blue, yellow, we got black, green, brown, red, blue, white, gold. Give me a color. Pink. I don't have pink. I'd have to make a new texture. I'd have to make a new texture for it to be pink. I want. Oh. What? Oop. Okay, well. Green? Okay, we'll go with green. Get all of our little bits and bobs. Ooh. No, for the moment, just shove everything in the green, and then we'll work on recoloring individual bits. Okay. Right then, I'm gonna select these little bits here. I'm gonna go cube. No, I'm gonna unwrap. No, cube project. There we go. I'm gonna set these to be in the gold area over here, just to give them a little visual difference. Why couldn't you all just line up nicely? There we go. Now then, I'm going to select these faces here. I'm going to give that a different color section. I'm going to give that to, let's give it to gold too. Actually, no. I'm going to put that in the orange, I think. Okay, let's unshade that. Tools, smooth. No. Yeah, you're going to... Yep, that works. That works for me. Okay. Then I'm gonna put it on top of the Arcana books here. Come on, go in there. There we go. Almost there. Almost there. Actually, no, I'm gonna put that on my desk. I'm gonna put that on the friggin' desk, yeah. That's going on the desk. And then I'm gonna do the silly thing. I'm just gonna hang it on the edge of the computer monitor. That's neat. I like that. That is something I would probably do. Yes, it is. just shove the helmet on the... Just shove the helmet on the computer monitor. let's see here. It's been 3 hours on... Put it on a plushie. You know what? I like it on the thing, but I also like putting it on a plushie, so you know what? We shall put it on a plushie. We will put it on borrow plushie. And then make sure the hat will actually load in the age. And then I want to see how that looks. Putting the hard hat on the plushie, that is... Maintain or borrow plushie. I love that. That is safety first. I love that idea of putting it on a plushie. I really do. That's perfect. I like that. It's just maintain or borrow plushie. I think that's probably going to be a good place to leave this stream for today. I'm getting hungry and I need to get food. Maintain or borrow plushie. I love it. It works. The plushie hidden in the... I love that. That just... Oh, that's gonna give somebody a scare. They think they're walking through a plushie and instead they kick a copy free. I love it. That's the kind of Easter egg that I like to see. That's my favorite kind of Easter egg. The adjunct plushie just bops free. I like that. Okay. Yeah, that's good. This just looks right. I don't know why, but this just looks right to me. The little borrow plushie wearing a hat. That just looks right. Oh, that is fantastic. Yes, that is fantastic. Okay. Right then. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call this for a day. I've got a nice crowded bookshelf. I've got 2 nice crowded bookshelves. 3 nicely crowded bookshelves, although this one still has some stuff I want to put on it. This one is really, really full of stuff, and that one came together very easily. This one, pretty good in my opinion. Still need more plushies for this shelf. Whee! Oh yeah, that cone is bouncy as heck. Whoop. Okay, that's why it had that 0 resilience. That is too bouncy of a cone. That is flying around like a beach ball. Okay. Right then. I will... Yeah, I'm gonna call it here. Thanks for watching, everyone. This has been a fantastic stream. I hope everyone had a lovely, lovely, lovely Thanksgiving. Yes. Shroomy model, fix, Kickable sounds, yeah, the Shroomy model I think I can pull off. I'm not so sure about the Kickable sounds. I don't know what's going wrong with those. I will check with Doobs, but I don't know if he can help me out with that. But yeah, I will see you all next time. Take care, everyone. Bye!